it just dawned on me, the anniversary of my car is about right now. When I first bought my GTI was in the fall of 2007. So it was a 2008 model, and I had already ordered it by now, and I was waiting patiently for it to arrive, and it didn't come in till November. But I know that it was built and born sometime in September or October. I think it's September, actually. So it takes about 3 months. I'm in a bad position here because this lane ends as soon as you get on. Oh, you're good. He's turning. That's good. Whoa, we gotta get over again. And we gotta get over one more. Alright. So think of the longevity of this car. And think of the things that I put into it. Well worth the money, right? I remember people telling me, oh, why are you doing that? Who needs all that horsepower? Oh, how come people are always like that? Why don't you learn to live a little, man? Like an old timer once told me, I'd rather have horsepower and not need it than need horsepower and not have it. That is the rule. That's the philosophy right there. That's my philosophy. I'd rather have horsepower and not even need it than need horsepower. Here, I'll give you a couple of scenarios. There's a tsunami. You're on the coast of Japan, but you happen to have my GTI. You got 4 of your friends that are almost going to get swallowed up with the water. And there's a straight road right out of town. You either walk with all the other losers, you hop in the GTI as the tsunami approaches. Would you want horsepower then? Yeah. So in my car you say, hop in if you want to live. We would put it in Tiptronic mode, or actually sport mode, and we would get the hell out of there. And we would live to see another day. Okay, another scenario. People laugh about the zombie apocalypse, but supposing there's some kind of weird infestation of virus that affects people, and it mutates them, and it makes them wander around brainlessly, kind of like the Democrat Party. No, I'm just kidding. But let's say that there is, and they just and they gather around and have signs and threaten people's lives. So would you want a car with horsepower? Or would you want a car that has no horsepower? You're trying to get away, and they're all gathering around, the zombies. I'd rather have horsepower and not need it, because one day you might need it. But what's the third scenario? Yeah, you could be chased by somebody. You could have to get out of the way. Let's say there's something hazardous on the road, and you need to actually speed up to get away from it. There's a guy in the far right lane. His tire blows out, and you're like right at the position where if you brake, it might be bad because the tire could pop off and hit you in the face. You could get involved with somebody else trying to avoid it. So you put it in Tiptronic mode and you go for it. Like right now I'm in Tiptronic mode, so I would just go for it. I actually might downshift to 3 because third gear can go up to like, I think 90 anyway. So yeah, so you at least go down to 4. Go back down to 4 and then you get that pickup speed and then you get the heck out of the way. I'm telling you, horsepower is not a bad thing. But I was just saying about my car, think of the longevity of it. People said, oh, you put too much money into it. This car has outlasted a decade. And I'm not stage 1, I'm not stage 2, I'm not stage 2 plus. I'm stage K04. It's the highest I want to be, and I'm very happy with it. And it's running great. I just got my oil change at FS Tuning. Those guys are great. They always look out for me, you know, and they're looking around. I got a slight seepage of oil on my oil filter housing. So I got to get that replaced. So I'm going to go again in 2 weeks and we'll get that replaced. It's nothing that I can't drive with, but it's good to have it, you know, found out. I'm using Motul, the high performance stuff. I think it's called 801 or something like that. It's meant for VW and all kinds of cars. There's many applications. The Porsche's on there, VW, BMW. Mine is 502, 505. That's the height requirements for the technical aspects. It's 100% synthetic. It's not the fake Castrol, synthetic. It's 100% synthetic. It's made in France, and Motul is used in race cars. It's used in race bikes. You know it must be good because you know how hot race bikes get? Race bikes probably get hotter than anything. And the real high performance bikes that are in races all around the world use Motul. So Motul is a good oil. And that's what FS Tuning recommends, and that's what they also use. I remember when I got KO4, you can't even get the APR kit without also buying Motul. They make you buy the Motul, the coolant, and also the oil for your upgrade when you get the new KO4 Turbo kit. So I'm happy to be back with Motul. Yeah, but it just dawned on me today. I don't know why. I'm getting kind of reminiscent. And I'm thinking, what a great GTI this is. It's never given me any problems. Just think of all the stuff I put on it. Think of all the stuff I do to it. I mean, I don't drive wimpy, man. I'm telling you. I mean, I can drive peacefully, but I don't drive wimpy. I remember meeting a guy early on. He had a VR6, I believe. It was I forget what year it was, 2004 or something like that. But he says, at the time, this was the fastest engine they made then. And he said, I'll tell you what. He goes, do you baby it? I said, what do you mean? He goes, are you gentle with it? I said, no, I really hit it. I hit it hard, hit it strong. I run it through its paces as often as I can. He goes, that's the way you got to do it. He said, these cars were meant to move. They were designed to move. They were made for the Autobahn. They were made to hit it. Don't be wimpy with it. He says, if you drive it around like you're afraid to drive it, he says, parts will just fall off. That's the guy told me. He was an older guy back then. So I've been through a decade. You believe that? A decade of GTI driving. And it's hard to believe, but it's been great. It's been great. And people often ask, they go, well, will you buy a new GTI? I can foresee me now one day doing it. Before I would never say that, but I'm always going to keep this baby for sure. But I've heard rumor of the R400. That sounds good to me. I think that would be enough horsepower to get me to want to buy a new GTI. I think it's a Gulf R, because it's called the R400. So, yeah, unless it's a GTI 400, I forget what I read now, but I think it was the R400. But either way, that would be probably something that I would go for if I do indeed buy a new car. It would probably be the R400, if it ever comes out. It's something to think about one day. But I highly recommend Volkswagen. I know people have had their issues. Volkswagen is a very reliable vehicle. To wit, right? W-H-I-T, to wit. You're witnessing it. This isn't phony baloney. I've been driving it since 2007, hard and fast and smooth. I've been getting upgrades with it. You can see all the history of my videos. And the car is still awesome. And apart from other things that have gone, like recently I had to get a new starter and I had to get a new battery. That's normal. One day I could foresee changing out some hoses. I'm actually thinking of getting the charge pipes for the turbo. You can get one coming in and the throttle body there and one coming out for the turbo. You can get both of them and it gives you better charged air, so it's more airflow. So that's something I'm going to be doing. It definitely doesn't hurt anything, and it's an enhancement. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I think when I get this oil housing, they're going to be under there, right? You may as well just do the whole shebang. So I'm going to do the turbo inlet and outlet, I guess. Well, anyways, we're going to get the two charge pipes replaced with bigger ones, so that they'll perform better. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's a beautiful day. We actually have it. What is it? It says it's 89, and it's like not bad. I mean, it's still not cold, but it's less stifling hot. And last night it was kind of cool. I actually turned the fan down, so I was actually comfortable at home too. The nights are getting better. It's hard to explain why we're going down the highway with the windows open, but hopefully you can hear me very well. But just think of it, it's a milestone, 10 years. I have my GTI Mark V, 2007, November, until now. We're now approaching the 11th year. This will be, when it makes it to November again, it'll be 11. 11! So I can just speak by example that the GTI is the best model Volkswagen makes, and highly recommend it. Now, remember, there are special things that happen when they make certain models. FS Tuning, where I take it to, they say I have the fastest Mark V around. When I came in today, Ray goes, "There's the fastest Mark V." So, you know, he says mine pulls. And they say we've had other Mark Vs that are KO4 in our shop. They don't pull as good as yours. You know, the thing is, I treat it well too. You know what I mean? Some guys just crazily beat it up, and I'm sure you get a different response. Mine, I've been using it and not abusing it. I've been using it and doing oil changes and all the necessary things to keep everything working good. Like, for instance, I found out that my oil housing is now dripping a little oil. Or it's not dripping, he said, it's just, you can see oil leaking out. It's nothing that I can't drive with. People have told me I should work for Volkswagen. I probably could be an ambassador. But you know, people have their issues with old cars, and I will have to say, a lot of the time, it's partly due to the person that owns the car. Sometimes it's not at all. Sometimes it's just, I know they're putting a lot of computer things in cars now. My friend at work says they got tons more computer. They got sensors for everything. Lane changing and all kinds of automatic cruise control and all that. I really don't care for all that, to be honest with you. I don't care about automatic cruise control. I've never even used I've never used my cruise control to this day. I might have used it just to see if it worked, like once or twice. I like the feeling of, you know, I want to be in control while I'm driving. I'm not just sitting here like this, steering the wheel. I mean, you know, you got to be connected somewhat. And you got to ever change based on traffic flow and hazards that appear. If you're just sitting there driving along for the ride, things could pop out, and you got to go, oh, let me disengage my cruise control by pressing the brake, and then I got to go back on the gas. Yeah, it doesn't work that way in a car. It's not good to use cruise control, really, in my humble opinion. If you're on a long stretch of road where there's no cars for miles and miles and miles, maybe. But supposing a coyote jumps out, so you gotta slam on the brakes, right? Then you gotta figure out, give it the gas to get around it, or to what? Just brake and crash? Whereas if you're connected to the vehicle, you'll know already what you're doing. All you have to do is like slowly brake, ease up on the gas. You can do subtle things that aren't dramatic. My hair is getting a workout. I just got it cut. I'm trying to let it grow in, but it's not working out. Well, this is the Apopka Autobahn. If you have a nice car and you want to drive it fast, you got miles and miles and miles of 70-mile-an-hour roads, and at certain times of the day or night, you can have a nice wide open road. Right now, it's kind of busy. I'm looking forward to playing my guitar too when I get home. I'm having a lot of fun with the modes. Man, I don't want to get into another subject in a car video, but it's very exciting. I'm seeing a car on the back of a tow truck. Wow, it's seen better days. The whole front was ripped off of it. You know what'll scare you straight is watching those videos where, on YouTube, where the cars crash all the time. You see how fast it turns from a nice peaceful drive to like cataclysm. But I have to admit, watching some of those videos, that the people don't react too well, do they? I mean, you see it in real time and you'll see the guy swerving, and it seems like the guy doesn't even change lanes or anything. He just watches it happen and goes right into the car. It's like, and you got to put on the brakes a little quicker than that. I'm very mindful of people's brake lights. I do police escorts at work, and you literally have to take the bus, which is 45 foot long, and be bumper to bumper, basically, with another bus. And you're going anywhere from 55 to 65 in a police escort down the highway. So you're trained to look at that bumper and to look at that light. And you actually do 2-foot driving. Because as soon as you see the light, you put on your brake as hard as you can. Because you don't know if he's touching it or not. If he lets it go, then you let yours go. If you put it on, you put yours on. And it's a little nerve-wracking to do a police escort. But I'm very mindful of people's brake lights. I don't let people brake, then I just like mosey on up and go, oh, I wonder if actually he's on. As soon as you see people's brake lights, you should brake. And if they let them off, you kind of just let off. You see what's happening. You'll never get in a crash. We're zipping along in, oh man, I'm only in 5th gear. I just like the sound of the engine. I was zipping along in 5th gear going 70. Could have been saving fuel. Let's see how much mileage I'm getting. I'm still getting 28.1 on average. I am in Tiptronic, so that's good. That's good for Tiptronic. Because if you go in automatic mode, you can get up to 31, and it'll go up even higher. But I'm in Tiptronic ever since I got it serviced, and it still says 21. Or 28, 28.1. I never like following too close to these dump trucks, because all kinds of pebbles can come off. You can get a shattered windshield, you can get chips of paint on. You gotta watch getting too close to them. It's best to stay off them a little or get by them quick. And hopefully this guy up front will be clued in. Some people will drive side by side with a big vehicle. What the heck is it? It's a smart car. Man, he can barely go 70. I think that's his top speed. Man, why do smart cars look so dumb? They should call them dumb cars. Dummkopf. Is that German for dumb car? Dummkopf. Now he's going fast. Sometimes there's skills to these things. I never get on somebody's bumper. My experience is when you get on somebody's bumper, they'll drive slower. So you kind of like let them get away from you a little bit, and then you close in when they least expect. And they don't even know what's happening. Right? You just kind of like ease on. What's that song? Ease on down the road. I'm going to ease on down the road. Alright, I gotta get off at this exit, man. This is, it's critical. It's now it's imminent. Alright, here we go. Oh good, the truck didn't go this way. Woohoo! Alright. 429 goes all the way down to Sanford almost now. It attaches to 46. You can stay in it all the way. See, only a GTI could have done this. I took that curve at 71. No problem. It's not even like I wasn't even pushing the envelope. Just everybody else goes down to like 60. So sad for them. So happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy happy anniversary. All the tears and tears and happy anniversary. All the happy anniversary. Ah, happy anniversary. Happy anniversary to my GTI. Have a good day. I will give updates when needed. Sorry it's been so long. I just wish we could hear the, the turbo a little bit. We come into town here. How much minutes have I gone so far? I'm about at the limit. We can go a little bit more, a little bit more. Little bit more, little bit more. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Oh, the T's and P's and P's and happy anniversary. Oh, the T's and P's and P's and happy anniversary. Oh, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Oh, the T's and P's and happy anniversary. Oh, happy anniversary. I still got fast. He came to my door, special delivery. About 2 months after I bought my car. Okay, we're gonna do one little pull off here. You can see how the car sounds when I got fresh oil in it. And we're in Tiptronic mode. The engine is at operating temperature. Everything is good. The air is slightly cooler. It says it's 95 degrees, the air. The inlet air coming into the turbo. Those are truck sounds. That's a rattling Peterbilt. They say old truckers never die, they just get a new Peterbilt. Okay, here we go. I don't know if it's going to turn green for us. It's the dreaded turn lane. The dreaded turn lane. And there are turning people, so that's okay. You're not going to hear much on this one. Unless by a miracle that stays green, which I doubt. We're at an intersection where there's two green lights close together. And it doesn't bode well. I don't think we're going to make it. We made it! You believe that? I better cool it. There's a school here, that's the only problem. Alright, hello everybody! That's the Queen's Wave. There was a cop in the parking lot too. It's always good to wave to the cop. Alright, okay, we're going downhill. It's hard to go slow downhill because gravity. Gravity, all right, hold on. All right, wait a minute. Gravity's taking over. Now we're going uphill, we'll slow down. Slow down. Nothing to see here. How's everybody doing? Now we're by a high school. We gotta slow down now again. Oh, there's construction people. Man, I got everything happening. We'll just go real slow. Don't want to harm the construction people. We must be mindful of the construction. Fix that road. All right. I like the way my exhaust sounds. Hear that rumble? I love that. Give a little bit of gas and you let off. Give a little bit of gas. That's in third gear. Like I said, drive like you mean it, and your GTI will be true to you, but also be true to your GTI. 11 years strong, Still running strong. It's a testament to how well this car was built. The attention to detail, the engineering. I think the GTI Mark V will probably go down in history as one of the best of the GTIs, because it was the beginning of a rebirth of the brand and of the soul of what is the GTI. Have a great day. See you later. Do you want to hear it one more time? Let's do it one more time. We're going to go down this road here, and I better watch that. Let's just see. Hold on. Everything's peaceful until I come to town. You can hear the grass growing. All right, hold on. Are they turning? Oh no, good. He's going straight. Go straight too. Perfect. This never happens. Nobody's turning right. So we're just gonna pretend like we're an old granny, right? You ready? Here we go. All right, I feel good now. Have a good day. GTI